welcome back to Apple Tree Allotment. Down here on Sunday morning, just about 10 o'clock. A bit of a lazy morning today. It's been very hot for the UK this week. We've had up to, I think it nearly touched 40 degrees Celsius where we are. So I've been down a lot watering, although I've had a bit of a problem that we've run out of water in our water butts. So I've been bringing down as much water as I can in our camping big bottles. Yeah, so we haven't been able to water a lot of the potatoes as much as I'd like, but I've been doing everything else, all the pumpkins and squash and sweet corn, leeks, as much as I can. So I've got a few things I want to do today. I'm going to cut off the tops of some of these second early potatoes. They're ready to come up, but I want to bring the kids down to get those up. So maybe next weekend when they will feel like coming down, we'll come down and dig all those up. But they've definitely not enjoyed the heat. They've gone over quite a lot, although the main crop seem to be doing okay. So I'll concentrate on watering them, keeping them going for another few weeks. So I'm going to do that. The other side, the peas are sort of drying off as well. I haven't watered them as much either. We had a huge crop off them last week that we've been eating through and saving some, freezing some. So I'll have another look, see if there's any left on there, but I think they're pretty much done. I brought down some seeds today. I brought down some beans, I'll show you in a minute, some different things, but I might try and plant some more peas next week. See what, it's late for them, but it's such weird weather this year that maybe they'll have enough warmth to keep going for a little while anyway. It's worth a go as the beds start to empty out. So with those beans, I'm going to replant where we had the first early potatoes. So these two beds, I did have the peas in here in this left one, but the sun got them. They were too dry, so they've all just gone to crisp. So I'm going to give it a good water and sow some different types of beans and see if we can get any of those to grow. They're still in their time when you can plant them, sow them. So yeah, we'll see if we can get some beans going, and I'll try and make some more. I'll get some more canes out the shed and see if we can make some more trellis for them. Rest of the beds, so potatoes are sort of going over. I think the main crop's still got another few weeks. They're still quite green, but we shall see. Leeks doing really well this year. I might thin these ones out a bit more. Might put some of them over in another bed, but they are doing well. Some really nice big ones in there. So yeah, really happy with those. And the other beds, the transplants are coming on well. The chard has come up. So it's good line down there that's starting to come up, and a few others. I do have some more with me, so I might actually sow another few in here, just because they haven't come up at this end so well. So maybe this end was a bit dry. Yeah, so I might do that. Sweet corn is looking really good. It's one thing I have been watering as much as I can. It's got some nice tassely bits at the top, and there's even some nice cobs starting to grow. There's a good one there as well, actually. Just noticed. Yeah, so we've got quite a few cobs I can see actually on there. So quite happy with that. And we've got quite a few. The squash pumpkin plants are starting to take hold in here now. I've got a nice one there. One in the middle is starting to spread out amongst the sweet corn nicely. There's another smaller one down here, it's just getting going. there's another little one at the back as well. So yeah, that's doing well. Sweet corn's looking good. The ones over here are spreading out nicely. There's 2 pumpkin plants there that are probably got a good 1.5 meters away from the plant already. So hopefully I'll cover this bed out. And this, I think this one's a courgette. Still pretty small plant, but you never know, it might catch up. I'll just leave it there and see how it gets on. The other squash plants, little one in the middle here, doing okay. I'm not sure what that one is yet. And over here, got our green patty pan, which is doing well. I need to work out how big they get so I can work out when to harvest the fruit. But that's a nice healthy plant. And the one here, again, I'm not entirely sure what this one is. They all sort of got mixed up trying to keep them away from the slugs and things. But yeah, they're doing okay. And the mini corn is doing well. That's really come on this week actually. It's probably as tall as the proper sweet corn now. So that's caught up nicely. And then the big success at the moment is these pumpkins that we sowed direct. So I've got these 4 beds of them. The ones at that end didn't do anything, but I think these ones will spread out into that space anyway, so I'll probably leave that space for now. And these 2 beds. So yeah, they're doing really well. Let them spread out over the plot. And then the seeds over on the table, brought down. So I've got some dwarf French beans, some yellow ones. These were left over from last year, so there's probably about 20 in there maybe. I've got some green French bean, dwarf. These are the ones I sowed last year, I think, and did quite well. I've got some runner beans. We're not a big fan of runner beans, don't particularly eat them, we never buy them from the shops. But I got given some seeds, so I might try some of them. Maybe do something different with them. And I've got some beetroot, so maybe in the kids' bed I might sow some beetroot, a couple of lines of that, see if I can get that going. Sort of the last time you can, July is the last month you can plant all this stuff, so sort of a bit of a punt, see if we can get it in to replace the empty beds that the potatoes and things were in. So first thing I'm going to do is these green dwarf French beans, just where these pea plants were, just because the canes are already here. So I'll fill up these canes with those and then see how many more I can find. I've sowed the green French bean seeds, so I've done 2 per cane, just to give them a bit of a chance. And last time I tried to grow some over by the sweet corn earlier in the year. I think the rabbits ate them, the shoots. So I've just put this netting around it that was around the peas, just to try and give them a bit of a head start. So now they just need a really good water in now. So that's one lot of beans in. I'm going to go and have a look if I've got some more canes and enough string to do some more in this bed. Perhaps do some more at the end. And next thing I'm going to do is sow some of these beetroot. So they're Crosby's Egyptian, and they can be sown up till July, March to July. So hopefully these will grow until the end of October. Should be harvested around then. And I'm going to put them in this bed by the sweet corn. We never got squash going in there, so give it a go. It's quite a nice sunny bed. So I've just given it a little bit of a rake over to flatten it out, and took a couple of weeds out. And I've just watered. It says to water before you sow. So I've just watered 4 lines. Just let that soak in a bit. And I'm just going to sow them in those, see if they come up. I might replace them, add some more next week if they don't come up in a couple of weeks. I think, yeah, 7 to 21 days they should come up. Yep, so I'm going to sow them. I've got my 4 rows of beetroot in. I did have to use a bit of another packet as well. That was I think that was a freebie packet off a magazine, so it didn't go that far. But they're in. It's starting to get quite hot now. It's about 23 degrees. It's supposed to go up to about 29 today, I think. So yeah, getting a bit warm for doing lots of work. So I think what I'm going to do is water the stuff in the shade. So some of this sweet corn, some of these other squash, and I might come back either later or first thing in the morning and water the rest. Don't want to scald the plants or anything watering it in the hot. So yeah, I think that'll probably do for today. Do a bit more watering, and might just potter about and get rid of a few more of these little weeds around the squash. Most of the beds aren't too bad. This is the worst one, but the rest is doing okay. So yeah, hope you enjoyed watching that today. A little bit of progress in the middle of the summer, and hopefully we'll see some of those beans and beetroot come up in a few weeks. Yeah, look forward to talking to you next week.